fam, welcome back to my channel. We're all about love, positivity, being a girl boss, and everything in that vicinity. In today's video, we're going to be talking about ways to get disciplined and achieve your goals. I know that everybody's been on this cancel 2020 mode and all of this 2020's cancel stuff, but I personally ain't with that. I still plan on achieving my goals and being successful in this year. And if you are like me and you would like to be successful despite all of the horrible things that have happened this year, despite all of the foolishness, injustices, pandemics, and everything that's happened this year, then keep on watching. You can find out how you can get disciplined and start achieving your goals. If you're new to this channel, then go ahead and subscribe and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future Girl Boss videos. If you're not new to this channel, then welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me as much as I love you. And yeah, let's get into the video. Hopefully this lighting is okay. I'm using a ring light for the first time ever, and the lighting is not good outside, so I'm trying to really, you know, work on some things, you feel me? But it's actually really difficult to get the lighting right the way I want it, and also do the video and angles and make sure that, you know, whatever. Tip number one is what I always say when it comes to doing better, self-improving, whatever, is acknowledge what your weaknesses are. Acknowledge where it is that you are not disciplined and why it is that you're not disciplined and moving towards your goals the way that you should be. That means that you also have to, as I always say, be honest with yourself, be upfront with yourself, be real. Don't be like, oh, well, you know, sometimes I can. No, you know that you're lazy and you don't get up in the mornings and you're not doing this and you're not doing that. You know what you're not doing. You're gonna have to be real with yourself and acknowledge that. Second tip is to, after you've acknowledged those things, is to start setting goals on targeting those bad habits and how to improve on them. So if your bad habit is you don't get up in the mornings, you literally wake up at the last second before you have to go to work, or wake up at the last second before you have to do something, or wake up whenever you wake up, and you know that you need to be getting up earlier in order to be more productive, then start working on waking up earlier. Or if your habit is waking up and then taking an hour to actually get out of bed, then your habit that you need to be working on is actually getting up out of bed when your alarm goes off, when you get up in the mornings. Whatever your bad habit is, start writing them down and figuring out how you're going to start improving on them. Set out yourself a plan, set out goals, specific reachable goals to better these habits. Tip number three is to get yourself a routine going. What I always say is get some sort of process. I have a morning routine. That helps me get up in the morning because I'm not just getting up walking around like a bumbling idiot. I'm getting up and I know exactly what I need to be doing. Whether that's meditation, yoga, whether it's breakfast immediately so you can feel energized. If you're a food person, if that's something that gets you ready to go in the mornings, then include that in your morning routine. Having a nighttime routine, a way to get yourself to wind down. Having a work routine, something that gets you in the work mode and on to the next thing so that things are going along smoothly. Work routines, morning routines, night routines, routines in general can be very helpful to boost your productivity and help you achieve those goals that you set for yourself. Tip number four is to read for 30 minutes a day. Now, for some of y'all, that may not make no sense. How am I going to be productive in achieving my goals if I'm taking time aside just to read? Well, in actuality, reading in itself helps us with focusing, with discipline, because if you can get yourself to sit down and read a book for 30 minutes a day, especially if you're not actually a reader, somebody who likes to read books, then that will help you, first of all, improve your discipline, which is what this entire video is about. Bye, baby. Give me a kiss.
I know you want me to do this and shoot.
I mean, I can edit it out.
I don't want to distract you.
You are distracting. I love you.
There you go.
You gotta accept my love and shut up. Reading 30 minutes times a day also helps with your focus. As you're sitting there reading, blocking out everything else, it keeps you in tune with what you're doing, and that will help you when you're trying to be in tune and focusing on the other aspects of your life. Reading has a whole lot of benefits. As a matter of fact, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want me to do an entire video on the benefits of reading every single day. Tip number five is to get rid of distractions. Distractions and temptations are one of the main things that get in our way of being disciplined. So if you're somebody who, like me, gets distracted with things like Netflix and YouTube videos, then you need to get away with your electronic devices when it's time for you to focus on your work. Put your phone on airplane mode. Put your phone on do not disturb. Put your laptop outside of the room unless you're working on your laptop. Give yourself allotted times to do certain things, the things that you want to do that you're thinking about while you're working. And then when it's not time to do those things, put those things out of your way. Stop putting them in your focus so that it's so easy to get tempted. And sometimes temptations and distractions can also mean people. There are certain people who can be in your life, come in your life, and keep you from focusing on the right things. And they will have you thinking about parties. They'll be talking to you about gossip. And right now, that is a distraction. So don't answer those phone calls when Chatty Cathy calls. Do not answer those phone calls when that boy who's distracting you with all of his little good, charming stuff happens. Sometimes even for me, I have to get my boyfriend to leave the room, to go somewhere else, because he distracts me when I'm in the middle of working. Or sometimes I take my workspace away from where me and him usually are so that I can focus on the task at hand. Tip number 6 is surround yourself with things and people that will keep you focused and disciplined. A lot of times your environment plays a big role in how you are progressing in your business and in your life. So a lot of the times what's really in your way is the fact that you're surrounded by people who ain't doing nothing with their life. So surround yourself with people and get in your environment, in your surrounding area, things and people that will inspire you, that will remind you that you got things to do, that you have to be disciplined, that you have goals to reach. So be around people who are achieving their goals, who are working on their goals. Have around you goal boards and everything else. There's a goal board sitting right over there. I have quotes and pictures and stuff in different random places to remind me of the things that I am trying to accomplish. I have my friends who, when I'm talking to, we talk on a regular basis about what our goals are, what we're trying to achieve, reminding each other, hey, keep going, keep pushing, keep going for your goals, don't give up, don't let up. And having that type of environment around you will help you be more disciplined in what it is that you need to do and stop being so distracted by things that are not that important and that are not helping you reach your goals. Tip number 7 is to track your progress. Pay attention to how well you're doing. For example, like I was saying, if your goal is to get up earlier in the morning, track how many times this week did you actually get up in the morning? How many times did you, when your alarm went off, you got up out of the bed? When I'm trying to get myself back into the habit of like waking up in the morning and stuff. And one of the things that I did when I started waking up in the morning again was tracking how many times a week when my alarm went off, I actually got out of the bed. How many times a week when my alarm went off, and especially in reference to how I did last week. And the more you improve, the better you see yourself doing, the earlier you see yourself getting up. The more you see yourself getting done, the more habits you're breaking down, the more motivated you'll do to keep going. So track your progress. Keep track of how good you're doing. Pat yourself on the back for the positive. Pat yourself on the back and remind yourself that you may not be there yet, but you're going to get there if you stay the course and focus. Keep staying disciplined, staying on the journey. Discipline is practice. It's not something that happens immediately like, oh yeah, I'm going to be disciplined next week, and then next week you're just automatically disciplined. It doesn't necessarily work that way. It takes grit, it takes practice, it takes trial and error. A lot of the times we are not going to get up when we're supposed to. Today's Monday that I'm recording this video. I don't know when y'all going to see it because it's Monday, June the 10th, I think, or something like that. It's Monday, June I don't know the date, but the point is that it's Monday and I wanted to wake up at 6:30 today, but I didn't wake up until 7, and that was very frustrating for me. But at the same time, last week I could get myself out of bed before 8. Like, it's progress, and I have to keep in mind of that progress, and it's my discipline and my continued growth and my continued effort towards that growth that allows me to start getting up earlier and earlier, and soon I will be right back at my regular time of 6 o'clock in the morning, and eventually, hopefully before the end of this year, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna get there, y'all. I'm gonna get there. The last tip, the 8th and final tip, is to stop making excuses. One of the most frustrating things to me is when people, when they hear, oh, get disciplined, you gotta be on it. Well, I would have been on it, but blah, blah, blah. Or I didn't do this because da, 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 da. Stop blaming other things and other people for your lack of discipline. Your lack of discipline is simply that, your lack of discipline. Nobody else can be disciplined for you. And while all these things I said previous to now are helpful and will help you stay on track and stay the course, if you are somebody who makes excuses for yourself and your own lack thereof doing things, you're going to be somebody who never actually gets disciplined because you're too busy making excuses and that rationalizing the negative habits that you have in your mind. So your mind doesn't actually want to correct those negative habits because you're like, oh, we're good. No, it's okay to do this because this happens. It's okay because, stuff happens sometimes. And no, it's not going to be perfect. Sometimes you are going to make mistakes. Sometimes you are going to be undisciplined. Sometimes you are going to fall to temptation. But if you keep making excuses instead of rectifying that this is a you thing, nobody else's fault, you are the one who is not being disciplined, then then you're never going to get better. It's not going to get better. So this is the point. The last tip and the most important tip is to don't make excuses. Take continued action to get through the right steps so that you can start being more disciplined. The more that you okay with yourself, that it's okay to be stagnant and not grow, those habits stick with you. So stop making excuses and start making progress. That's all that we have for this video today, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like I was kind of stuffy this video. Like I wasn't energized. I'm sorry. But if you guys enjoyed this video, then give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down in the comment section down below any other videos you guys want to see. I love you guys ever so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. I really hope this lighting is good because, quite frankly, I look too good for this lighting not to be good. And show what?